Hey everyone, it's Bonnie again. I started it and of course my battery showed low power mode, so I wanted to make sure that I wasn't doing the whole video and then my camera would have died or my video would die, so I stopped it and I'm going to start over. So today I want to show you a card that I created using the new Abstract Impressions bundle that's in our new catalog, and it was the first time that I got to play with it and I absolutely love this bundle. This is the stamp set, as you can see. Super cute, all those little images, cute little words. Love, love, love. The second part of that bundle is, of course, the beautiful, it's called Springtime Impressions Thinlit dies. It comes 3 of them. There's a large butterfly, there's a flower, and then there's also this big flower that I used on this card right here. I cut it out and I did some sponging on it, and I'm going to show you how I did this and created this at the same time. So I want to just show you quickly. I have everything pre-cut, everything is prepped and ready to go. But before I show you that, I posted today this card on my website, and this also uses this stamp set, and it also uses the same 4 colors that are present on this card, they're present on this card, and they're present on this card. So I'm kind of showing you the how versatile things can be with Stampin' Up! That just because you buy one item that you think you can only use it one way, whereas you can see right here, each of these 3 cards look totally different. And I have one at the end that I'm going to show you too that I made that's a big card. So for a 4th card, same colors, I didn't have to grab more paper or more supplies, but the 4 colors are Mint Macaron, the Blackberry Bliss, Grapefruit Grove, which is a new in color, and Tranquil Tide, which is an older in color from last year. So those are the 4 colors that I'm going to use on my card today. Now this card that I posted is probably one of my favorite folded cards. How you create this card? You're just going to cut this off right here at 2 3/4, and that's this piece, and I just turned it and attached my sentiment to the top. It's a quick and simple, fun folded card that most of my customers seem to enjoy, so I also enjoy it too because I think it's just cute and simple, and I love that you can decorate the side, and I don't know, it's just a cheery card. Okay, so back to today's card. So today's card, I'm going to pull it up closer. I did use one of our textured embossing folders. This is the basket weave. It was part of our celebration this year, and they carried it over into this catalog for us, which is super nice. So I made this card using that, and then I did a little secret on the inside. I cut off a 1/2 inch from the end of the card here. Once I folded it at 5 1/2, I just took 1/2 inch off, and then my inside layer, because this is a dark color, is Tranquil Tide, that I took Mint Macaron, and then I just added a little bit more of the border right there so that when you close it, it kind of looks like it's part of the card right there. I don't know, I just thought it was a simple little, I don't know, fun technique that when people open it, they're going to get that basket weave on the inside of their card too. So again, that was just a 1/2 inch cut off from my normal card base of 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. And then I took off 1/2 inch at the very end. You're just going to put it through your runner. You could take off more if you wanted to, but I did try that. And this flower image wound up sticking out way too much, and I didn't like it as much. So went back to the drawing board, started over, and I did 1/2 inch, and it seems to have worked out quite nicely. So how did I create these cards at the same time? Well, what I first did was, for the little note card, you need 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. And you also need, from that die cut here, the Thinlits, which I use my precision plate to cut because it was a little bit easier because it's such a detailed Thinlit here, and it's recommended that you use the precision plates with our detailed Thinlits, so it didn't take as many turns and shims and all that other good stuff to get it out of the paper. Now I just used the regular Whisper white paper, and I am going to place this oh so nicely on my note card. Now my note card layer here, I will let you know that if you wanted to, you could run an adhesive sheet on the back of this at the same time, like attach this to the adhesive sheet, run it through the Big Shot. And then this will just adhere to your paper nicely. But I didn't want that because sometimes those adhesive sheets, the backs come off, and I don't want it sticking to my note card. I want it to stick to my card base over here. So how did I do this? Of course, we're going to use some sponge daubers. So I have them all out already. I don't need my mint one because I don't use it on this card. And I don't need the mint ink pad. So I'm just going to throw that off to the side. Place it off to the side. Okay, so the first color I'm going to start out with is the Grapefruit Grove. And I'm just going to take my sponge dauber. Hopefully you guys can see this. There's not too much of a shadow. And again, all I did is lay this on here. And I want to cover up as much of the card as I can with the design from this pretty thin line. And all I'm going to do is lightly swirl over the image. Hopefully it's not too dark that you guys can see. The lighting is playing a trick on me. And I'm doing this tonight instead of tomorrow because I would like to get my post done. And I want to include the video so that you guys have it for future reference and it's all in one spot. I find that's easier when everything is all in one spot. So I'm just going around right now with this and I'm coloring the whole thing. I'm coloring the top of the paper and I'm not worrying about if it goes inside onto that designed. Okay, move that off to the side. Believe it or not, I'm going to take the Blackberry Bliss, which is a returning color. And yeah, my hands, ink, of course. Wouldn't be a day without ink on my hands. Okay. And then now this color is really dark. So hopefully you guys can see that it's really dark. So you just have to kind of go slow so that you don't go over too much of other parts of the card. Because then you'll, not of the card, but of the, where the flowers are. And you can see I'm just dragging it over this right there. And I got one more that I want to color in this blackberry. Hope you guys are seeing that. My hands, are they in the way there? I feel like it's so dark over here. Is it dark? Is that a little bit better? I don't know. No, it's more shadows. I have to not worry about that. See, that's the bad, not the bad part about Facebook Lives. I just can't figure out if the lighting is right or not. Okay, now the last color I'm using is the Tranquil Tide. And I'm going to grab my sponge dauber here. And I'm going to go over the leaf parts. Now I chose to use the Tranquil Tide because I'm layering the Thinlit onto Mint Macaron. And when I use the Mint Macaron on another card, well, another card that I was experimenting with, it just didn't pop for me. So I liked the contrast with the dark. So now I'm just going to go back over a few spots that I see that I missed because I'm almost ready to take, see, you can kind of glide that over, to take this off here. Okay, so I think I'm good. I'm going to take this off and you guys can see that I just created the layering piece for a note card. Now if I want, which I think I'm going to do, is I think I'm just going to drag out some color over here. But sometimes I'm afraid that it's too dark. So let me just kind of go like that. See, I'm just barely touching the paper. So I did that. How's that look? Good? Don't be afraid to leave me some comments. So I'm going to grab my snail. And I'm just going to finish up this note card super fast since it's right here. And put this, grab my ribbon since I already have my ribbon. I'm going to put this right here. I just cut a little piece of that Grapefruit Grove to match my card. Okay, it's not staying. And it's not staying. Put a little bit more snail. There we go. All right. Here we go. And then I'm going to place this right on top. And then the next thing I'm going to do is going to grab my bow. And I made a cute little bow just for time purposes. Made a cute little bow. Gonna use my lovely glue dots. Hopefully you guys can see that. Come on. Okay. And I am going to place my bow down at the bottom. I just like at the bottom, so I'm going to bring that up to you. Doesn't that look so pretty? It's like that negative look. Then we are going to take, look, my thank you from the stamp set, just to show you that is the thank you right there. I already stamped it in the Grapefruit Grove just to save some time, because obviously I am taking longer than I had hoped. And I'm just going to make a little bit of a banner. So my tricks with banners, let me just cut this off. You're going to turn the paper. You're going to take your scissor up halfway. And then from the point, you're going to cut. It's still a little long for me, but we'll leave it there. So you can see now I kind of have a banner, but it's too long for me. So take two. And then we're just going to go like this. Oops, sorry. I'm off screen. Like that. Then I'm going to just cut off over here too. It's just a little too long for my liking. Gonna grab some dimensionals, which were here. Oh, here they are. Okay, I'm gonna put some on here. And my little note card is done. I just want to get this little note card out of the way, but see how cute that was? Because now I just made 2 cards from one little cutout. I'm going to tuck this under my bow like so. And my little note card, just so you know, is 3 by 6 and scored at 3. I have a cute little note card now to attach to a gift or something else that I would like. Cute, right? So you can see I made a few of them. Right, there's one more over here. I made 3 of them when I was experimenting, playing with this little technique. So I'm gonna move those off to the side and let's finish up my card so that I don't keep you guys much longer. So, okay, cleared off my space and you can see now, some of it's done, some of it's not. I was a little bit more gentle probably than I would normally be, but I'm gonna finish up here. So here's some Tranquil Tide. That's what I did with my leaves. And again, I said I did the Tranquil Tide because I'm putting it on the Mint Macaron, and the Mint Macaron just didn't pop when I colored, when the leaves were colored and then placed on the Mint Macaron paper. It just didn't pop for me, so I had to choose a different color. Okay, I'm going to go back into, I don't know if you guys want to see this, but look at our new ink pads. You can put the colors right there, so you don't have to worry about which one is which color, because look at, this is Blackberry, oops, I don't want to, this is Blackberry Bliss, and this is the Tranquil Tide. And just by looking at it, can you really tell which one it is? But now you have these lovely stickers so you can see. And those are on the bottom of each of the stamp pads for you guys to put on the top. And they also get labeled here too, like the old way. All right, so let me just finish coloring in my orange, or Grapefruit Grove, sorry about that. And we are going to get the Blackberry Bliss. I keep saying Rich Razzleberry. Whoops. Went a little too fast on that one. So let's get some green on that. And I got one little flower over here I saw that was missing. And let me get some green. I think it's all done, except for, this one I went a little bit dark on it, but still comes out quite nice, right? Cute. Okay, so now, because I'm done with those, I'm going to put those off to the side. My hands are full of ink. I'm just going to quickly wipe them off because I wind up getting ink on all my cards. Okay, so now let me just push those back. Again, my card base was Tranquil Tide. It was 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then I took off 1/2 inch. This is the layering piece, which is going to go right inside since it's a dark card base. And I'm just going to add, whoops, picked up paper there. Just going to add this to the inside. Okay, so this is 5 1/4 by 4, and then you can see that I took that basket weave embossing folder and I just slightly did the edge. Okay, now there is, uh-oh, don't fall on me. Uh-oh, I'm missing my top layering piece. It was here. Hold on. My top layering piece is missing. How can that be? Wow, Facebook Live's not doing too well here. Okay then. Well, I have to cut a little piece of paper now because I thought I had this done, and I don't see it here with all my supplies. It's supposed to be here, and you know what's going to happen. I'm going to find it as soon as I finish, but it's not here. Uh-oh, hold on. So let me cut this super fast, okay, and run it through the embossing folder. I'm going to be off screen for 1 second. So, wait, I have no idea where the piece went. I have everything else done. Wait, where is... I have that done. That is so weird. Okay. So let's go right here. See? Well, I'll show you what I'm going to be doing here so that you guys... So I'm going to cut this. It's already cut at 5 1/4. And now, because I thought I did this piece, this is at 375. Wow, this is a bad Facebook. Bad. I don't think I can post this. I might have to start it over again. I'll do it tomorrow, I guess. Oh, man. Bummer. Okay, so I cut my piece. Let me run it through my Big Shot, which is over here. And, okay. And... I cannot believe that I can't find that piece. You know I'm going to find it right after. Okay, so we're all embossed now. Back on action here. Okay, so there's my little layering piece. And what I'm going to do before I attach it is this piece is going to go right on here. So you can see if I bring it up closer. If I would have done just the mint macaron, it would not have come up as much of a contrast as it does here. So I definitely liked that it was more bolder with when I did the Tranquil Tide. So that's why I left it off here, doing it that way. So I'm going to turn this over, and I'm just going to put some, just for time purposes. This is our fine tip glue, and I'm just going to kind of go around and do some gluing. I apologize that I was not properly prepared, but I guess that's what happens when you go live. I thought I had everything. Take 3, take 4. Now you guys know that when I do a video, sometimes it's like 10 takes because I stop it, I start over. So I can't go back here. So I put some of the fine tip glue down, and I'm going to just go like that. Now the trick is not to go like this, is to turn it over and go like this so that you don't smudge all the ink everywhere. Oh, and then it lays down on the paper, see? Oh, that's usually the trick. Okay, so let me try that again. Okay, try that again. Okay, we're attached now. Okay, now I'm going to put this onto my card front, like so. And just like that. And then I already have my greeting. So happy about your happy news. I'm going to add some snail. I did the stitch-shaped oval, of course, lined in the scalloped oval, because I think the stitch-shaped framelits, if you don't own them, you're missing out. Those are probably my favorite thing in the catalog because I use them over and over again. And I'm just going to place my sentiment right here in the corner. Now I could, if I wanted to, put it this way, but I'm happy with it right here. And then I'm going to take our little basic rhinestones, and I'm going to add a few here to the center of my flowers, just to give it, of course, some bling, because I think it just needs a little bit of a pop. And let's put one, stick into my finger right there. And I'm just going to show you, look, when it fell off, it left that. So what are we going to do? We're just going to put a rhinestone there because It's just an easy fix. No one's going to know that there was a smudge mark there because those rhinestones work perfectly right there. All right, let's add a few more. One right there. I see one big flower that's missing one right there. And I think I have one more to go. Okay, so there we go. Oh, you know what? Look, another one. So all my mistakes are covered. And here's my card. So you saw how I started it, and now you see how I finished it. So this was the original one that I did. Then you saw that when I was using the sponge daubers, I placed it on 2 by 3/4 little white cardstock and was able to take the negative and create some thank you cards. Then before, I made a full-size card. So if you kind of want to see how it looks on a full-size card, you can just sponge the whole thing with sponge daubers. Add a little ribbon, of course, because that's like my favorite accessory. And then I did this stamped in mint macaron, The Kindness Changes Everything, which is also part of the stamp set. So I love using one stamp set at a time if I can, so that you, when you're crafting, aren't getting up and down to get more supplies. So in this case, I've created note cards, a card, another card, plus my post from today's card, all using the same exact inks and papers, and one stamp set, one framelit, and then the framelits of the ovals and the stitch shapes, and that's it. And I used the same ribbon, except for over here I did use the white ribbon because I just wanted something different than this Grapefruit Grove, just to see how it looked. I was experimenting. And you know, you could use a sponge dauber to color that if you wanted to as well. So I hope through all my little mistakes there, that you enjoyed this cute little video of how to create these cards. And again, remember that when you open this up, I did emboss the corner here, the edge, so that it looks like that. So I hope you had fun watching, and I hope that you will add this Abstract Impressions bundle to your wish list and purchase it soon, because it's definitely going to be one that you will use over and over again. And I haven't even done the butterfly yet, and I know I'm going to love the butterfly, but I have some other projects in hand that I have to work on. So thanks for watching, and thanks for commenting and tuning in, and I will see you soon. Bye.